And here we go, everybody. Good evening, one and all. Carson Meredith with you on this Saturday night. Hope you are well. Hope your loved ones are well. Got a little bit to talk about tonight. All in all, it's actually kind of quiet for a change. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that, right? But there is some shenanigans we'll have to talk about as we get closer to the holiday weekend when it comes to storm chances. But the big story in the weather world in the meantime is going to be the heat. Summer has made an early arrival. You kind of had a teeny tiny taste of that summer feel today. We got up to 83 here in Louisville, and the thermometer's only going up from there to tomorrow, I should say. Monday and Tuesday, feeling quite toasty around Wave Country as we get closer to that and wind down the PGA Championship. Round 3's in the books. Final round is tomorrow. And I don't know if you all are big golf fans, but I'm just telling you, that's going to be a really good finish tomorrow. Really close as they wind things down at Valhalla. So let's see who's chiming in tonight. Stuart. Hey, Stuart from Leeton, Alabama, my old stomping grounds. We miss you on Way. Hey, I had a good 4.5-year run in Huntsville, and I miss you guys every day, but I got called home, so it's good to be home. That's for sure. But hope you're well, Stuart. Ralph's watching in Nicholasville tonight. Nathan says, hey, is Sunday's temperature going to be near 90 or going to be 90? It's a good question, Nathan. I can't totally rule it out. I would say it's more of an outside chance tomorrow, but Monday and Tuesday, that might be a different story, and that's part of our conversation tonight, which we will get into right now. Let's take you outside. We'll go to the Fair and Expo Center first. You can see the shuttle buses rolling on, everybody heading home for the night as the tournament has ended for the evening. And we got really lucky, guys, with the downpour chances today. We really didn't see many. Our 20% forecast still held up pretty good, especially if you're watching us tonight in Greensburg, Campbellsville, down towards Dare County, Columbia. You might have seen a few raindrops maybe 2 hours ago, around 5:30, 6 o'clock, but that's pretty much all we saw today. No rain at all at the golf course. It was a really nice day, kind of a mix of sun and clouds as expected, but those temperatures were very, very comfortable. And our current temperature is still in the 80s, 82, last check at Ollie International. Not much of a breeze, which really hurt us with that fog this morning. Did you guys see that fog? Woo, it was very, very thick fog right around sunrise this morning. And it wasn't that patchy fog that we see all the time. It was everybody. That camera at the Expo Center, we could not see any of those shuttle buses picking up golf fans to go to Valhalla. That's how thick that fog was this morning. So definitely the wind being lower kind of aided in that fog developing, but we're not quite as concerned about that fog tonight. But again, once that fog lifted, it was a really nice day out there, right? Hope you got outside and enjoyed it. Look at some of these Mesonet cameras. Our friends down at WKU, my alma mater, got to give them a plug. They have these wonderful cameras across our state. And you see those temperatures outside of Louisville, of course, are a little cooler, mid-70s. But all in all, it's a great Saturday evening. If you don't have any plans, make some plans. Why not? You got an hour till sunset. Take advantage of it. Adam says, good evening from Bloomington. Hey, Adam. Hope all is well up there. Mike says, hey, from Columbia. Nicole's watching in Madison, Indiana. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, not a whole lot to talk about, but there's a few things worth discussing in the 10-day forecast. And, of course, we're getting closer to Memorial Day weekend already. Can you believe that? It's crazy. This year's flying. All right, there's radar. Not a lot. We had a few showers earlier. Let me put radar into motion. You can see, there's actually 2 pockets of showers. The main one was for our friends there in our southeastern counties, Greene, Taylor, Adair, Marion. You guys saw a few little blips on the radar. There was also some downpours that developed in Dubois County about an hour ago. So if you're outside of Jasper, you might have seen some raindrops, but Other than that, it has been a fairly quiet day, and that trend will continue tomorrow. We could be thankful for that. Big picture across our part of the world, you notice all the rain. The heavy stuff has stayed south of us. Had several severe thunderstorm warnings down in my old stomping ground, Stewart watching there in North Alabama. They had a couple of warnings earlier today. It's been pouring in the mountains of North Carolina pretty much all day, on again, off again. And there's this little impulse, this basically an upper level low. You can kind of see the spin right there. See that little curly Q right there? That's basically where this low pressure is. Or this upper level low, I should say, and it is just going due east. So the showers and storms will continue tonight, especially in Georgia, eastern Tennessee, into the Carolinas. Thankfully, because that upper level disturbance is staying east of us, we're going to be nice and quiet here in wave country as we go through tonight and all day tomorrow as well. Let's see. See what other comments we've had. See, Nathan says, PGA Championship's been crazy last 2 days, a lot of delays. Yeah, that fog earlier today. Of course, we know what happened yesterday. We're not going to get into that here. But as far as today, they had a 2-hour delay because that fog was so dense. I haven't played a whole lot of golf in my life, but I do know that if you hit a tee shot in the fog, there is a good chance you are not going to find your golf ball, right? No matter how good of a player you are. Can we have an alert day for Tuesday? So that's an interesting question. Josh poses on YouTube. I don't see a alert day for Tuesday. Wednesday, though, does have my attention. We don't have any alert days just yet, but it is something to watch. LA working on that tan always, man. Hope you're good out there tonight. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Let's see. Wow, how about this? SPC Paducah on YouTube says there's a heat advisory in Miami, Florida. It's that time of year, gang, where it's going to be real soon. We're 33 days away from the official start of summer. I'm not a fan of summer. I can't stand it, to be honest with you. It's hot. It's humid. I don't like that. I want it to be fall. Nice and cool, comfortable, bright blue sky all day. Don't have to worry about those pop-up storms, but it is what it is. All right, tonight's forecast, mostly clear, lows in the 60s. We're going to keep that chance, at least for some patchy fog. It's not going to be as thick as what we saw this morning, I suppose. This morning, it's not going to be like that. It should not be enough to cause any issues at Valhalla for the final round tomorrow morning. We'll watch it, but it'll be very patchy, more of what we're used to around here with some of those lower valleys, those sheltered areas. Maybe you live in kind of a little hilly part of wave country. You might see a little fog on the horizon tomorrow morning. That's about it. It's not going to be everywhere, okay? 62 is our forecast low. Some of you could dip to around 59. Most of us in the low 60s. All right, here is your final round forecast for the PGA Championship tomorrow. Looks fantastic. There's not going to be any issues at all. There's no rain, no lightning, none of it. In fact, I made our forecast for tomorrow dry. I don't even see a random shower popping up. So we're good to go for the PGA tomorrow. Having said that, if maybe you're on a shuttle right now and you're watching me because you're bored and you're trying to get back to the expo center to your car, if you're going back to Valhalla tomorrow, you've got to have sunscreen. If you didn't have it today, you probably are a little bit sunburnt tonight. Tomorrow, same deal. Get that sunscreen and get those drinks, the water, not the adult drinks, okay? You got to stay hydrated tomorrow. It's going to be toasty. Tomorrow is really the first day of what's going to be 3 summer-like days, what we're usually seeing in June. And instead of the middle part of May. So take it easy tomorrow. It's kind of that shock to the system where we got to get used to that heat again, right? We get shocked by the first cold of the season in the fall and winter. We get shocked by the first heat of the season in the spring and summer. So this is the stretch we're kind of heading into for the next few days. But that is the only issue tomorrow as we wrap up the PGA. They are back on schedule from the delay this morning, and they will not have any more delays tomorrow. Nathan says, I want pool season. Hey, fair enough, Nathan. I'm just not a big summer fan. I am more like Linda, who says, fall for me too. Yeah, I'm already counting down to fall. Let's see. Adam, spring is my favorite, so I only got a few more weeks to enjoy it. Yeah, 33 days. Tick tock, tick tock. Anna says, love spring and fall. Love spring and fall. Yeah, definitely. Kind of those middle seasons are the best. I agree. At least we had a spring. Most of the time it seems to go from winter to summer. Yeah, it does have a tendency to seem like it's doing that, right? Brandon says, Wednesdays seem to downtrend on the GFS. Keep the bad stuff away. I'm tired. Yeah, I get it. Hey, at least we didn't have any severe weather this week. Obviously, we had a lot of rain, but I can handle rain. We'll have to just keep a close eye on Wednesday. Okay, Nicole's on the fall bandwagon too. So if you're on the fall bandwagon like me, comment. That way I know I'm not alone out there, all right? 33 days till summer, though, and it's going to feel that way. Not only tomorrow, but also into Monday. Look at this, gang. 89 is our forecast Monday afternoon here in Louisville. And you guys know the heat island in this town. So that means there's at least a chance, I think a decent chance, that we could touch 90 in Louisville on Monday. Now, outside of town, that's probably going to be a little more difficult. And a big reason why, actually, is because of all the rain we've had recently. So obviously, all this rain goes into the ground, and that keeps the soil moisture, right? Well, when you've got soil moisture, or the amount that we have now, that actually kind of keeps those temperatures from going way too high, right? Remember, or just think of any really hot summer heat wave, like those really bad ones. Sometimes when we hit 100 degrees around here, it's because the ground is so dry, because there's not a lot of soil moisture. So that allows those temperatures to climb faster than they normally would. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, mid-80s for most of us Monday again. But there is a chance we could hit 90 here in Louisville for the first time this year on Monday. We had a close call. I think it was Thurby during Derby week on Thurby. That Thursday, we got close to 90, but we came up just short. Now, here's the thing. As we get towards Monday, we may be on record watch. I'm not ready to go all the way up to 91. I don't expect that. If we do hit 90, it's going to be 90 on the dot in all likelihood. But we're going to get close to that record high Monday, which was only set a couple of years ago. Back in 22, we hit 91 here in Louisville. So it'll be a mighty close call with that record high temperature on Monday. Adam, whoa, a red map, right? We haven't seen a red map around here in months. Okay, let's see. Freddie likes summer. Hey, to each your own. I respect that, Freddie. Just not my thing, but that's okay. That's all good. Stuart says the only thing about spring, fall, and winter I don't like is the severe weather. Of course. Yeah, that's definitely never the fun part. And of course, in the summer months, especially down in Alabama, you get those hit and miss storms, right? So, yeah. Everybody, there's always something with those seasons. Adam's talking about 2012, how dry that summer was. If you remember, around 4th of July that year, we got up to like 106 in Louisville, which was insane. Hope and pray we don't see that again anytime soon. For my friends in Kentucky, we got an election on Tuesday for the primary. The forecast looks good, and it looks hot again. 89 is our forecast on Tuesday as well. So Sunday, 87, Monday, 89, Tuesday, 89. So if you're heading to the polls, we're not going to see much in the way of rain chances during the day on Tuesday. I did add a 10% chance Tuesday afternoon for a little pop-up. That's probably just being too cautious. I think we'll stay dry during the day on Tuesday with a lot of sun, and it's going to be toasty. And Tuesday is really the last toasty day that we have, if you will, before we start to cool down a smidge and before those storm chances start to go up again. And that's where we're turning our attention to next. So Tuesday, midday, maybe you're on your lunch break. If you're in Kentucky, you're going to go vote around lunch. Nothing going on. It is all quiet. That is a terrible circle I just drew. I apologize. But but we're all quiet during the day on Tuesday. And the reason why, there's nothing to set off anything, really. There's not a front nearby, nothing. That's mainly out to our west at this stage of the game. But watch what happens as we get towards Tuesday night. Look at that far left side of the map out near St. Louis. Here comes that cold front that is going to be what we have to watch on Wednesday. Okay, so our issue is not Tuesday. I think Tuesday's fine. Hot, but fine. Wednesday, this cold front is going to push in from the west. We could have a decent severe weather event across parts of Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois Tuesday afternoon. Kind of an all modes deal. Damaging winds, tornadoes, so on and so forth. And as this front pushes east, a couple of things could happen here. One, it weakens. Okay. We have rain in the morning that's not severe. Then we have storms fire up in the afternoon that could be severe. Or we've got one line of storms that rolls through in the afternoon, and that's the only rain we see. And it's also the severe weather potential. So we're still trying to work out these specific details with this front, okay? We're starting to get better consensus that this will be moving through Wednesday afternoon. If that is the case, our severe weather threat will be there. This does not look like a huge severe weather outbreak at this point for us, all right? This looks like your very typical straight line wind threat, isolated tornado threat, and heavy rain potential. As far as timing, I can't get specific at this point, but it looks like Wednesday afternoon and evening. And because we're still trying to nail down the timing, we're not ready to go alert day just yet. If it turns out that this system moves in early Wednesday morning, so it moves faster, severe threat's pretty low. If it moves in late Wednesday night, again, severe weather threat's pretty low. So we want to hold off for now just to make sure that we got the timing right, and we'll go from there. But for the time being, Wednesday's not an alert day, but the potential is still there for a few strong to severe storms. Now, then the question becomes, what happens with this front as we get towards Thursday of next week? Does it totally get out of here, or does it kind of hang out nearby, right? If the front hangs out nearby, we're going to keep some scattered storms around into Thursday, okay? But eventually, let's say by the holiday weekend, by Friday, let's just say next Friday, there will be another system moving nearby. What does that system look like? Models are all over the place, to be honest with you. This particular model is the European. It shows a sort of a low pressure trying to develop and blitzing through. There's some models that kind of have it more of like that summertime pattern where there's really nothing setting it off other than the fact that it's warm and humid. And we'll just have those scattered storms. So, and this is also one of those deals where the first system affects the second system and so on and so forth, kind of that chain reaction. So how Wednesday goes will decide the rest of Memorial Day weekend. But you get the picture. For the latter part of next week, there's going to be at least that chance for scattered showers and storms. I don't think it's going to be, at this point, a full-fledged washout like the Europeans trying to show, but we might have to bring some of those outdoor plans for the holiday weekend inside for a few minutes if there's storms rolling through. So that's where we stand at this point. I kind of went through that quickly, but again, there's still just a lot of specifics that we got to nail down. We're 4 days away from Wednesday and almost a week away from Memorial Day weekend. So a lot's still going to change over the next few days. Adam says, at least not a nighttime event. At this point, it doesn't look like it. If we do have any storms Wednesday night, it'll be weaker, I would expect. Let's see. Hello from South Bend, says G-Bro on YouTube. Hope all is well, my friend. Amanda, are we ever going to be done with severe weather? Yeah, eventually. Of course, severe weather is just a part of life around here. But we're starting to slowly move out of that peak severe weather season. Once we get into June, and I don't like putting specific months on when severe weather's at its peak or whatever. But if you want to do a peak, we're starting to get past it at this point. So hopefully things can settle down. We'll just go back to those typical pop-ups as we head deeper into the summer months. Okay. Now let me show you the Colorado State machine. Brian talks about this all the time, which, by the way, Be Good will be back on Monday. He's had some well-deserved time off recently, and he will be back at it in this studio Monday morning, and we all look forward to having him back. So this is the composite, that 6-panel that we like to show you guys from time to time. This goes from Monday through next Saturday, but I wanted you to focus on Tuesday and Wednesday, which is the top center image and the top right. Okay, let me see if I can get my drawing tool going here. There we go. So you notice on Tuesday, we kind of mentioned it. There's going to be a decent severe weather threat to our west across Missouri, Iowa, Illinois with this front. But it's going to lose its punch a little bit by the time it gets here on Wednesday. Having said that, let's focus on that top right map, okay? Top right corner here. This is for Wednesday. And you see, whoa, where did that come from? That's weird. Hang on. Let me clean something up here. Don't you love technology? It's the best. Come on. There we go. So you notice on Wednesday, there's not the red zone or the pink zone or purple or whatever. It's just yellow. So that means that a severe weather threat is there, but it doesn't look like a huge outbreak at this point, okay? This looks like damaging winds, a few spin-ups, heavy rain. Never want to say a severe weather event is garden variety or run-of-the-mill, but this is pretty typical of what we see around here, according to the Colorado State machine. Now, on the bottom three maps for Thursday, Friday, and next Saturday, it's got those low-end chances, like marginal severe chances. And that's for maybe a random storm that pops up that has some gusty winds with it. So main focus at this point is Wednesday. We do not have an alert day at this point. There is no SPC severe weather risk for us for Wednesday at this point, but we're going to keep watching it. Again, if this front moves in Wednesday afternoon, we might have some problems. If it moves in Wednesday morning or Wednesday night, we should be in decent shape. So we still got to work on that timing, and then we'll play it by ear. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it, gang. Let me show you the 10-day before we sign off. And again, if you got any questions in the comments, let me know. Of course, if you're watching this later, you can comment later on tonight, and I'll try to get back to you as the night goes on. So yeah, all in all, pretty quiet, hot. 87 tomorrow, 89 Monday and Tuesday. Might get close to 90, might get close to a record high on Monday in particular. The record for Tuesday is 93. I looked it up earlier, but I can't remember. I think it's 93. Monday's record's 91, so it's more in reach. Bottom line, it's going to be very warm for the next 3 days. And then as we see those storm chances ramp up, whether they're severe or not, that will obviously keep those temperatures in check. So we'll go low to mid 80s across the board starting Wednesday, going through Memorial Day weekend. Any comments before we go? Nathan says Memorial Day doesn't look good. It doesn't right now. Nathan, you're right. But it can change and will change a lot. We're still 9 days away from the Memorial Day holiday. So, and we just, or I in particular, like to just broad brush those storm chances once we get in the extended forecast, because there's little specifics that you just can't pick out that far out from a forecast. So that's why we just went 30 to 40% chances across the board for next weekend at this point, and then we'll fine tune them from there. That's going to do it, guys. Fortunately, not much severe weather to talk about. We'll watch Wednesday. We'll let you guys know if things change for the better or for the worse. But until then, go enjoy the sunshine. If you're heading to Valhalla, be careful tomorrow. Stay cool, stay hydrated, drink lots of water, and have a fun time at the final round of the PGA tomorrow. There's no weather concerns at all other than that heat. Just plenty of sunshine to enjoy. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I'll leave you with the 10-day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will be on TV tonight at 11 on Wave News and be right back here in the Wave Now studios around the same time tomorrow night. Take care. Have a great night. Talk soon.